we are about in the peak of fall, where it's October 21st over on the east coast of America. Some of the trees have already started dropping their leaves, and what a season it has been. For those that have been around since the start, y'all already know that the progress that has gone phenomenal. I remember when I first started, I was hesitant. Wasn't sure how it was going to go. Thought maybe I wouldn't know what to do. You know, pretty much any excuse in the book. But then it got to a point where I realized life don't go on either way. So we might as well live a life we're living versus living a life that we create for somebody else. We might as well grow our own. I'm not even gonna try to just grow with the life that is around, rather than just sit back and just create somebody else's life, essentially. And what I mean by that is with a lot of these corporate jobs in America, is we're working to build up their company, essentially. And they only pay their employees just a fraction of it. So instead of investing all of our time and energy to make them more money, why not invest our time to build a more functioning lifestyle for ourselves, as well as future generations to come, as well as just get to understand the life that is around. Because a lot of these trees, they're here before us, and they're gonna be here after us. Not even just the trees, just nature in general. Better that we can understand the life source that provides life to this planet. Better that we understand ourselves and navigate through it. And that's one thing that bonsai has helped teach me. Right now, what you see me doing is just not like a lot of blue spruce. Everybody walking around the garden talking to y'all. You're a little small thing, so y'all can see on the big things. You could eat it, but it's not really no good. It doesn't take away energy from the tree, and it just doesn't look good. As you can see, you don't need no fancy tools, just your hands. You know, that goes out of there. And that will help it in the springtime, when it goes to put out a lot of new growth. But anyways, it has been beautiful. There's different struggles and challenges and some losses along the way. I have not every tree I started with, I still have some of them. There's some learning experiences that I'll talk about. One, there was a root over rock with the maple that I had done. It was with the lava rock, and I painted it in some academic material, topsoil, very loose draining, very pebbly light. It's called turkey to be exact. I went over there when I planted in pumice. Yeah, with that maple I used pumice, and I think that's some topsoil. Because at that time I hadn't found out about turkey shit. And what had happened was during the heat of summer, didn't keep up with the water enough on it, and the rock cooked the roots. So the root over rock is important to make sure to water it even more so than what you would if it wasn't on the rock. But I'll show y'all some of the new finds that we found. We found this small leaf Japanese maple up in the mountains of Pennsylvania. It was, we got it in the discount bin, bargain bin, because they forgot to water it. Because you know those nurseries, they got so many trees, they can't really keep up with every individual one. And this is maple that I've been waiting to try and find something like. It has a beautiful, good nest, bark, good trunk. Didn't appear to be grafted. It appears to be from seed, which makes it even more of a rare cultivar, because a lot of these different species of maples are a lot of times grafted, especially from the big box stores. Also got this crab apple. There's a lady that had moved to a different part of the country where crab apples don't flourish, and it's hard for them to stay alive because they're cold enough. So we've just been caring for this. Y'all seen this a little bit. That's a nice woman. She grew it from seed, so that's why you can see a pretty good start to the nubar, the surface roots. And then we went ahead and wired the sacrificial branch out. Eventually I'll probably airlay this for another tree. Right now it's just going to picking up that base for a couple of years. But I think I did a video on it where I completely defoliated this azalea and did some harpooning to it. There's a deck full blossom, so we'll probably get some flowers in this for the upcoming spring. Type of maples are doing good. I'll show you the difference in full sun versus full shade here in a second. So these maybe about almost the same thickness in my finger, about a little thicker than the number 2 pencil. For reference, I've been growing those in full sun. They've been growing the same length as these ones over here. Same amount of time. These ones have been in full shade versus full sun. So you see the difference compared to my finger. It's a lot smaller. Those are at least doubled in size. Growing the same time, just the difference is fertilized and full sun. Trident maples love full sun. Well, most maples do. Most maples can tolerate full sun. Some of them might just get a little leaf scorch, but if that happens, you can just prune them away. I love keeping my maples out full sun. Sometimes I'll keep them under a shade, depending how hot it gets. Like this summer, we had some really hot days, not much rain, so I was having to water them like 4 times a day, sometimes even more. They do require a lot of water, so it's going to take care of trees. Keep in mind that trees do need lots of water. This is my price tree that I've been waiting to come across to make sure I had the skills necessary to be able to care for it. The last thing I wanted to do was get a specimen like this, and one is either killing it off, or 2 is not knowing what to do. And as those know, we've been practicing a lot and developing our understanding of nature as well as the bonsai to be able to get this requirement and needs. I'm still working on my pruning techniques. Those will improve as we continue pruning and just working on trees. Though sometimes that's the only way to get a better understanding. Just get your hands on them and work. You don't read all the books you want, listen to everyone you want. Until you actually get hands on and learn it for yourself, it's gonna be hard to actually understand it. Found this smoke tree also. No neat history about this one is it almost became extinct in the wild during the Civil War. That's how fast they were chopping them down to use their bark and wood for tools and their oil for clothes. And look at the beauty of this. God has a nursery stock. And it's putting up a good fight for my red maple for the brightest tree in the garden. And these are gorgeous. One of my favorite times of the year. I live in spring probably. We finally got us some benches, some tables, to display some of our trees so not everything's on the ground. We got the beetle that's starting to turn golden. That's how you know fall is here in the ride. Trees are the first sign. And we got 4 other little geese with the training. We came across the cat sword tree. And interesting Japanese folklore about the cat sword tree is a Japanese belief it descended from the gods in the skies down the ground in tree form, give man the connection between the gods of the skies and the man of the land. So it's a pretty neat tree. They're beautiful. Gosh, show you guys in springtime once it starts waking up. Now it's going to sleep. Got that from my bonsai master. So that's why you know it's off to a great start. And there's the blood good. We worked on this a little bit in the channel. Got another blood good. Got another trident maple. You guys know I love some trident maples. I can't do many of them. But yeah, it's been beautiful. We've had this come a long way. We got that thing that stayed, didn't break. Get one maple that I put in the root over rock that died this summer. Was one of the 3 that I did the maple style on. For those that remember that short, it was one of them. Here's the second one, has some bad winds. Knocked it over. So I've just been leaving it here, and then we'll see. Maybe it'll be on a future style, maybe eventually brought down. We'll see. Might use it as gin, might eventually just take it off. But now just letting it be. I'm doing its own thing. I'll make decisions right here, right now, if it doesn't need to be. But eventually we'll have to make some decisions on it. Got this trident maple National Bonsai Day from the National Bonsai Museum out in DC. But I've been be able to collect. Just been letting it grow like crazy. This is all just 1 year growth. That branch wasn't even there when I first got it, so you can see that's more than just thing there I put. They're trying to make it go fast. Got an ash tree. Started as a clip and grow from seed. I didn't start it, but one of my bonsai buddies that I came across out here locally, he started it. Got the maples and they're starting to get some crinkly leaves. Might have to come out here and pluck some of these off. This should give us some good fall colors, not take away from it. But yeah, sometimes it's gonna be different every single season. That's the beauty of it. You gotta make sure that you're staying tuned in and present through the whole time, because we're already coming to the end of another year. Years go by fast, sometimes the days go by slow. That's why you gotta make sure that you're staying tuned in to the present moment and not being focused too much on what is to come or what has been, but what there is to become. As the growth is never stopping, some things I'm not sure what happened with this big metal. But it's doing alright still. It just was a little shock throughout this season, not sure why. But it should bounce back this time next year. It could be because of repot and this is taken to it. We got these 2 for Cynthias as yardidaries, as they were collected from somebody's yard. They no longer wanted them. They didn't want to trash them, so I went and picked them up. And then we'll probably be converting them, turning them into somebody's bonsai. But we'll see what happens. There's some beautiful trees either way. And it's starting to change fall colors. I get some beautiful spring flowers. So all of them flowering for some reason. That's strange. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a Forsythia flower in fall. That's odd. I've never seen that before. Talking about how they have some beautiful flowers. I have to talk to some of my people about that, see what they think. Yeah, that's normal. It's my first time taking care of a Forsythia, so I know that they flower in spring, but fall I'm not too sure, so that's surprising. And we got the beautiful beast that we pulled out the ground this year. This is a fused cherry and crepe myrtle tree. I knew it from the start it was going to be as well, which is fantastic because you don't really see the 2 trees paired together. But in my opinion, they make perfect companions, because you got the cherry that will flower in early spring. You got the crepe myrtle that flowers in summer, as well as the crepe myrtle leaves are constantly changing like a maple. It'll be different in spring, summer, and fall. As you're seeing again, that electric pink color, which is just my favorite. I was stoked when I seen that. As I said, this will be a beautiful one to train. I got some videos that I got to edit and get out to you guys this winter. Now that things are slowing down, I have a little bit more time to edit videos versus focusing on reality and actually growing, so I can get you guys some better content, as well as just improve my life in general. You know, can't always just be focused on content making, gotta be focused on reality creating. You feel? But anyways, yeah, see, some of them have already gone to sleep, so we're already starting our overwinterizing process. This has been nice to be able to learn and understand what for it, unless I'm not being too scared, because at first I was just scared that if they froze they would die, but these trees can handle a little bit of root freezing. It's not too much depending on how cold it gets where you guys are. For us, we barely see the negative, so it's not too hard to overwinterize these things. And this was an accident, honestly. These are some papaya trees. I threw some papaya seeds in here. Figured they just decompose into more nutrients. For some maples that I plant here, we got Trident. Some other maples back there. Not sure what that tree collected it from the forest and put it in there. But we got some work to do over here. I gotta get these papaya trees out before it freezes to keep them growing. Look at the trunk on this. That's just 1 year growth from the ground. Yeah, let's put a whole bunch of soil in this corner from repotting. Figure I just go and put some different collected trees in there, and that's when I dump the seeds and the papaya in there, and that all popped up. That's been kind of neat. Yeah, that's how it's going. Starting this year. Got lots of growth, been able to go and visit family. Hope you guys have been able to spend some time experiencing this opportunity that we to live life. Even if some days are slower than others, that's alright. You know, sometimes it's better to take our time versus rush it. If we're all going fast, we're not as above, they're slow and steady. It's like the nature around us, never in a rush, but yet grows the most immaculate species. So anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed it. A little walk around in the mystical garden. And as well as we're looking forward to making the next video. You all being able to experience the life around, as well as the life within, because that's where it all starts. Ain't that right, hoo-hoo? Anyways, we'll see y'all next time. As always, one love, peace out, stay tuned. Let's just go over the season that we found. This year, full of different events, as well as came up with some new members to the tribe, such as Hulu, as well as came across some more species bonsais. This is one that I have been envisioning since I started. I needed to wait for the right time to be able to come across it. And it is gorgeous. Grown in the field about 4 or 5 years. Came out this year. Now we get it going. We need to develop a female object. And as I've probably shown in different videos, see the small ones versus the one that's grown in the ground. This is just 2 years apart. These are both 2-year seasons, and this one's about 4 or 5 years. A little bit more. This is the power Mother Nature has within the ground. That's why it's good to get grounded and connected. If it doesn't help strengthen up the trees, what makes us think it won't help strengthen us up? outside as well. It gives them the inner healing. And that's one thing that Daisy has been. As a child, I had a couple of different birds, but they all died due to misinformation and improper care. Had to learn a little bit along the way, coming in contact with different sources, understand that not everyone out here is giving us the truth and the proper information. We're just telling us something so they can profit. Because if you're a breeder, and if someone is able to keep a bird alive for 20 years, and you're not really going to make that much money off of them, but if they're killing a bird every year, it's always coming back to you, then you're going to make a little bit more. Unfortunately, some of the breeders only view these precious animals as a dollar sign versus the life that they are. It's a lot to reach out to different sources and get a better understanding of how to keep them alive. Y'all stand back. If there's no understanding, it's going to have to be hard to give it the proper care that it needs to grow. But once you understand, sicknesses, that's just all part of the process of life. But if you're not out there trying to get an understanding on it, then it's going to be hard flourishing and thriving. This beautiful crepe myrtle cherry tree that I found here, Bearstone. This is gone crazy. We'll bring it back a little bit up in winter, give some branch selection, cut some off, and wire some up. But for now, we're just going to enjoy the beauty that it gives us this season. Don't worry about it's going to work when it's time. Garbage is on the way. It shows because I have as well. The more I know about myself, the more that I know about the life around, the more that I can help keep it growing. Since the man's been here before I, and he'll be here after I. Might as well tune into it while I get the chance. That is the essence of the livelihood on this planet. That is exactly what we need to be able to live and kill what we need to live. And eventually it's not going to be on the planet. So why it's important to understand the balance that nature has and provides for us. We care for it while we are here. And in that, it will reward us with the beauty continue going on. Surprise yourself at how far you can go. I've seen them take off somewhere. You gotta call back when I call for you so I know where you are. Go on, look it out this tree. Good boy. You wanna say hi to the camera? Hey, whoa. Yeah, this life just vibrates in so many different colors, so there's no reason to keep it gray and gloomy. And when the cloud's out, the sun still shines through. Anyways, hope y'all taking on the different challenges that we get faced to. Embrace them with a smile. Keep the oars glowing like the moon, like the full moon in the night sky. Y'all seen that? We got it's called like the lunar moon or something like that. Hey, you get off there. He likes playing with shades sometimes. Come here. No, you get off the table. Come on. Get off the table. Nope. Nope, get off the table. Come here. Good boy. You're gonna play on the ground now. Yup, you're gonna play on the ground. Yup. We'll see y'all next video. Hopefully y'all enjoy the growth. they're here to guide us. Because sometimes the mind can't always process this experience that we're living, especially with the way that the universe works. It's crazier than the mind can even think. So sometimes you just gotta let go of the thoughts and let the soul flow. See which way we go. But anyways, we're all enjoying the beautiful colors that fall provides, taking in the seasonal growth, be affected, how far and where else we want to go for the next season that comes. As always, we'll see y'all next time. Stay tuned in. Peace out. One love. Be-Live signing off for now for the Mystical Garden. Oh, you go poo-poos? Poo-poo go poo-poo?